Okay, now let's restart that last conversation. So, how did you feel about my reaction and explanation of the reality of your example?
It was clear and concise. The fact that I couldn't fill in the blank for what was prevented was really eye-opening and reminded me that I indeed apologized to my manager the next day about my, or not the next day, that day, about my action that I tried to take. I wanted to, let her know that she wasn't just right, but that that I appreciate her for for telling me straightforward. I'm not saying like, oh, don't do it like this, but
How many years were you in college?
3 years. From 2013 to 2016.
How old are you?
I'm gonna be 26 by the end of the year.
You're a decently educated person, if not more educated than many people around the globe. And yet, here you are on camera. We have proof that you did not master not one of the most basic concepts in humanity, but the most basic concept in humanity. What's up with that? Please explain yourself.
Me not mastering respect, huh? It's, definitely shows I'm flawed.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot,
No.
but I'm trying to put humanity on the spot.
Okay.
Because this doesn't apply only to you, but every graduate student, every 50 years old, 99.9% of humanity would have the same problem. So I'm not putting you on the spot. I'm putting humanity on the spot. You are one of the well-respected member of humanity, and yet you failed the basic test of humanity.
I really did.
And this is true not only for you or your peers, but for every father, including Ifani, a father of one.
That's right. I failed.
And it's not like you and your peers did not have enough years of education.
Right. Yeah, we should. I mean,
What's up with that?
Of good
What's up
parenting.
with that, humanity? Explain yourself.
Yeah, what is up with that humanity, right?
Please.
Like, why do I know or not know how to do that by now?
Or Ifani.
Or Ifani, or where did we
Or
miss
your
that
mother,
lesson?
or your father. Most of us, including our parents, have the same difficult time dealing with it. Even though we are 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old, even though we are high school graduates, college graduates.
Why do we all still miss this point?
Exactly. And I have this on record, on camera, many times over.
Many times. You would think humanity would learn by it now.
Yes, sir.
Well,
so I want you to represent humanity and talk about that, please.
Talking about
You want to become a
topic of
global
respect.
leader?
Yes.
This is a leadership issue at the global scale. Tackle it right now, right here, please.
Respect can be an issue because people are inherently flawed by their
You cannot
own...
start with that.
No? No.
Because you don't have the authority. You don't have the moral high ground for being a master of respect.
Mm-hmm.
And so you cannot talk as if you are a master of respect now.
Making me think, Nick.
That's my job.
Respect.
I'm not asking you to teach respect. And I'm asking you to analyze the problem at hand, which is humanity failed to teach its members a basic concept. The most basic concept of all.
Respect each other. Treat others.
Why? The reason why we have this discussion is because of my creation. My creation is called Thumoslang. Thumoslang.
Thumoslang.
The language of Thumos. Thumoslang. And in Thumoslang, you have thumbnail definitions. You know what a thumbnail is?
Abbreviation?
Yes. When you see the list of videos on YouTube, you have a thumbnail image for each.
Yep.
A thumbnail definition is like respect, that means no interfering.
Respect, that means no interfering.
And because of Thumoslang is a collection of many thumbnail definitions, each of which expressed the meaning of a concept that is not what you want to mean, but it's an objective meaning that applies to every situation throughout the ages. So in a Thumoslang conversation, we do not allow people to say, to me that means this.
Because that's
no personal meaning.
Personal, not objectively.
Exactly. And because of Thumoslang, humanity is forced to take a new look at itself. And that is what's happening to you just now.
Taking a new look. I must not respect my job very much and think I deserve better pay. I must not be the most respectful person thinking I can walk into my job and just have extra hours. I went in thinking I was going to be doing something good, not for the company, but for myself. And I just so happened to use the company as a medium to help myself. So really, I'm just self-centered in this situation that I disrespected my employer and where I previously thought I was being disrespected. But they didn't do anything that interfered with me. So my self-centered idea put me in the limelight for the wrong reason.
Yes. But that is you personally. Now we need to go back to the global stage and think for humanity. Go back to the issue I raised. Not about your life personally, but about what's up with humanity and the failure to teach
The most
basic
simple
concept.
of these human
Yes.
concepts.
Yes.
Yeah. Humanity's missing out on this idea of respect. It's such a... It must be a survival instinct at some point to see the world work for themselves. What I'm trying to say is, just like I did, others must believe that the world revolves around them.
Yes.
So instead of being respectful, people come up short with how they approach situations, and instead of seeing...
But you are digressing.
Uh-huh.
You are going away from the problem. You talk about the concept respect instead of the failures of teaching it.
Failures of teaching respect.
I want you to be a global leader and focus on the global problem, not trying to teach a concept. I'm not asking you to analyze a concept.
Right, but rather fix a problem.
The failure to teach this concept.
Teaching this concept. Failure of teaching respect is the reason why we have a U.S.-Mexican border being built right now.
And the reason why we have high divorce rate. Belgium is another example. One of the most advanced nations on earth is Belgium, and their divorce rate is like 70%.
Wow. 20% more than here.
If you don't solve this problem fast, as a global leader, if you don't solve this problem fast, in 20 years, when the 50 countries in Africa become also as advanced as America and Belgium, those people will suffer the same fate. Their divorce rates will become higher and higher thanks to your failure of global leadership in fixing this problem of teaching respect.
That's a failure.
If you want to solve a problem that's bigger than climate change, this is it.
How to teach people respect.
Globally. Because this is a failure not in America only. I talked to PhD candidates from China. I talked to graduates from other countries.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's very easy for you to run into them right here. Because Rhode Island School of Design is the best design school on earth. That's why many of them come here.
Yeah.
20% of the students in RISD are from one country.
No kidding.
Korea. 20%, the next 20% of students from RISD come from only one other country, China. Because if you had money to study overseas, why would you not pick the best school on earth?
Right. Wow.
And that's why it's easy for me walking around here and run into most educated people on earth. And yet, all of them fail the same way you did today on the concept respect and a bunch of other basic concepts in humanity. Without Thumoslang, I would not be able to detect this problem at all.
Without Thumoslang. That's right. I'm going to have to read up on this Thumoslang.
You can't.
No, huh?
The book has not been written yet.
Yet. Maybe that's how we can teach respect.
There you go.
Gotta write a book.
Writing. Not standing. Not sitting. Stand up, sit down are not the acts of leadership. Writing is.
Right? Right? All the movers and shakers of the world that wrote. You got the founding fathers. You got Tupac and Biggie Smalls. You have Martin Luther King.